Now let us see the example of construction of the DAG from the basic blocks, and then we have to optimize the code which is given in the basic block. Okay, so suppose we have this first example. Block is given as A is equal to B multiplied by C, then D is equal to B, then E is equal to D multiplied by C, then D is equal to E, F is equal to B plus C, and G is equal to F plus D. So these are the instructions given in a one basic block. Now this is the source code actually given. Maybe in a basic block we have actually source code, or maybe the 3 address code. Now we have to construct a DAG for this particular block. So statement wise we have to give the focus on basically we have to give the focus while drawing the DAG. So first of all I consider the instruction number 1, A is equal to B multiplied by C. So all of you know that DAG is nothing but the abstract syntax tree, and in which the nodes, okay, or the any interior nodes are always the basically operators, right? And the leaf nodes are the basically variables, or I can say in general terms the identifiers. Okay. Now we have to start off drawing the DAG from the statement number 1. So in a statement number 1, on the right hand side there is a sub expression B multiplied by C. So we have to actually draw a multiplication node. Then on the left hand side we have to draw the B. On the right hand side we have to draw the C. And associate a label for this particular node as a. Okay, so this is the first part of the DAG for the statement number 1. Now give the focus on the statement number 2. Store the result of the B into a D. Now B is already added in the first part, so there is no need to add the new node. We can just write down here D comma B. Okay, so this is the basically second part of the instruction. Now we have the third instruction, E is equal to D multiplied by C. Okay, now all of you please give the focus on it. E is equal to D multiplied by C. Already the result of this sub expression D multiplied by C is stored at the A. Because D is added here, C is there, D multiplied by C result is already stored at the this particular node. So we have to basically just write down the E here. No need to add the new node E. Okay. Now next fourth instruction means this part we have added with respect of instruction number 3. Now fourth instruction is D is equal to E, means append the result of the of the E to the B. Now B is here, we have to store the result of B to the E. So first of all we have to eliminate. Okay, all of you please remember, we have to eliminate this B from here, and then we have to add here. Okay, so again I am drawing here, this is the multiplication operator, then A comma E, we have to add the B here, then we have to eliminate this B from here, and on the side left hand side this is the D, C. Okay, so this is the part with respect of the instruction number 4. Now fifth instruction is F is equal to B plus C. Now see, again I am drawing this particular part because I have to add. Now here we have this particular part of the DAG. Here we have added A comma E comma B. Okay. Now the fifth instruction is F is equal to B plus C. Now B is here, C is here, right? So we have to add a new node. Suppose I am adding a new node as a basically here. Suppose I am adding new node here. Now I associate the label for the new node as a F. On the left left hand side part of this particular sub expression there is a b. Okay, now b is here, so on the left hand side b should be shown. So b's data is stored at this particular node, so b's result is going from this node to this node. Then there is a c is already here, we have to show like this. Okay, so f is equal to b plus c. Now next instruction, g is equal to f plus d. Now f result is stored here, d's result is stored here, so we have to add one new node here. I am adding here. Okay, and we have to associate the label for this new node as a basically g. On the right hand side there is a g. So f result is coming from here and the d result is coming from the here. Okay, so this is the basically DAG. Here we have drawn for the given basic block. Now next part is arised. We have to optimize this particular basic block. Okay, so while optimizing the basic block, after constructing the DAG, we have to basically traverse the DAG, and while traversing the DAG we have to apply the local optimization code techniques. And these techniques are, first one is the elimination of the local common sub expression, then next one is the dead code elimination, then third one is reordering of the code, and fourth one is basically the identifying the arithmetic identities, and if certain repetition is there or maybe some part of the arithmetic expression, we can basically eliminate it, we can replace it. Okay, so we have to, next part we have to go for the basically construction of we have to go for the optimization of the basic block. Okay, so I'm just here. So next part is to optimize the DAG. So again I am drawing the DAG, that here basically we have already drawn. So there is a basically plus result, then this is the G, then here we have a F, then here we have the basically drawing from this side. Here we have a multiplication, then here we have a B, here we have a C, this is the A, then B's result is stored into the D, so we have added B here and we have eliminated the B from here. Okay, then E is equal to D multiplied by C, so this is eliminated here. Then E's result is stored into the B, here the node is there. F is equal to B plus C. So here B is here, we have added the new node, so B's data is getting from here and the C's data is here, so this is the F, and then G is equal to F plus D, so here we have added the new node, this is the basically F data, so this is the G, and then D means here basically this particular part. Okay, now there is a need to optimize the code. While optimizing the code, now we have to give the first instruction. A is calculated as a D multiplied by C. So A is equal to D multiplied by C, right? Okay. Now here A is equal to, first instruction is B multiplied by C. Now the next instruction is, means here A is multiplied by, A is calculated as a B multiplied by C. So in the second step we have added the first of all B, and during this particular time we have eliminated the B. So this instruction is required as it is. Now store the result of B into the D. So B into D. Now let us give the focus on the third instruction. E is equal to D multiplied by C. So E's result is already basically stored into the A, because D. Okay, now see, E is equal to D multiplied by C. So D multiplied by C, this result is stored by by a label associated as a. Okay, so E's result is already stored into the A. So it is not necessary to keep this particular node. Here this particular expression is repeated. So it is not required to keep this particular instruction. We have to eliminate it, right? Then next one, E's result we want to store into the B. If E is not there, then how we can store the result of E into the B? If E is not there, we want to eliminate this particular instruction of the E. So if E is not there, how we can store the result of E into the B? So again this instruction is not required. Okay. So these two instructions are basically need to be eliminated. Okay, next one, F is equal to B plus C. Now this is the F. Now B's result is basically stored at the D, right? B's result is stored at the D. Now see, F is equal to B plus C. F is equal to B plus C. Now here B's result is, now at this particular step we have eliminated the B, then we have added the B here. In the next step again B's result is stored into the B. Now B is equal to, basically we have B's result is, now B is node, this value of the node is appended with the A. So no need to again keep this particular B. Means in this instruction we have to write down F is equal to, B's data is stored first of all at the A. So we have to write down F is equal to A plus C. In this particular instruction we no need to make the changes. So G is equal to as it is F plus D. So in this way this particular code is optimized. Here it is containing the 6 instructions. Here only 4 instructions are there. And based on that basically we have to draw again the DAG. So again I am adding the multiplication. This is the node associated with the A. Here there is a B. Here we have a C. Then B's result is stored into the D. So here we have to add the new node D comma B. Then F is equal to A plus C. A is here, C is here. So we have to add the plus like this. So this is the F. And G is equal to F plus D. Then F is here. Okay, so this is the basically G and the D's data is here. So basically these two instructions are eliminated and that much of the space and the time is saved by the compiler. So this is called as a constructing the basically DAG from the basic block. Okay, so while constructing the DAG from the basic block, question may be asked like that: construct the DAG for the given basic block and then optimize the code or optimize the code given in the basic block. So first of all we have to construct a DAG as per the instructions given in the basic block, and after that we have to basically go for optimizing the DAG, means optimize the code by traversing the DAG. Okay, and in this way, now remember one thing, A is equal to B multiplied by C and E is equal to D multiplied by C. These two expressions are not the common. These two expressions are not the common. But in this case what happened? B's result is already stored at the A because A is responsible for the B multiplied by C. So first of all B's result is stored at the D, then B is basically shown here. So in this way this particular block is optimized. Okay. So just watch this video and we will discuss during the lecture.